Evergoods doesn't just make bags, they make bag ecosystems. And the Civic Access Pouches absolutely live up to that. Which one of the Civic Access Pouches is right for you? Let's find out. Welcome back to another video by your boy Dave Sam. Today we are taking a look at the Civic Access Pouch line from Evergoods. And in order to understand that line and its history, you have to understand where Evergoods comes from. Evergoods was started by founded by two individuals, Jack Barley, who's the co-founder of GoRuck, second one being Kevin D, who is a lead R&D designer at Patagonia. They combined the rugged mentality of rucking gear with that extreme technical fit of high-end technical apparel of the outdoor world. The result was Civic crossover gear, built for the mountains, but so easy to take into professional settings. And despite the size differences, the DNA remains the same across the Civic Access Pouch line. First up, materials. Most of them come in this 840D nylon, but of course you can get them in X-Pack occasionally when the X-Pack version is available online. And additionally, anywhere you see a zipper, they are using YKK zippers across the entirety of each of these pouches. They all have the signature gray interior. When you buy one off the website, they come in various colors, greens, blacks, blues, so on and so forth. When you get the X-Pack versions, you will find different interior colors like orange or coyote. The larger two feature a patch on the front, or a 1x1 kind of patch here on the front, while the smaller one does not. These are three incredible and unique designs, all solving an age-old problem, how we carry our tech, but approaching it in very unique and different ways. They aren't just a bigger version of the last one, they are totally different experiences to use, which is something I absolutely love about the Civic Access Pouch line. First up, let's talk about the little guy, the 0.5 liter Civic Access Pouch, and you can see it is tiny by nature. It is shaped like your average pencil case shape, has just a little bit of this logo, if you will, or this patch on the front, indicating that it is from Evergoods, but you will see there is no other logo on the outside. Again, I have this coyote version, so showing that it's coyote on the inside, a little bit of the coyote accents. Typically, these would just be black on this black version with the nylon, and you've got a nice loop here on the end. On the inside, opens just down the middle like this, but has this kind of rigid shape to it, this rigid design, so doesn't really move that much. Almost opens like that old school medical bag that you see on like shows from the 40s or whatever. They're showing a doctor from the 40s pulling up with their bag. It kind of just like totally opens up, has these little pieces of material here to keep it from going all the way out. Nice little area here for your gear. In the middle, there is what I'd call like a light area for your gear, right? It's only a ½ liter total. What's nice about it though, over your average pencil case, again, at rigidity, but functionally, you can fit, especially when you've got dialed in, right? Lots of tech right in the middle here, some of your bigger tech. And then it has two zipped pockets, one mesh that's a bit see-through, the other one with a little bit of branding as well. Not mesh, just a kind of zippered slip pocket, both of which are great for additional little knickknacks, or in my case, I use them for cables entirely. Now, if you've got a really dialed in carry like you see here, where you have just a handful of cables, you've got maybe a GAN plug of some kind, something that's really tiny, you can really get away with a lot out of the 0.5 Civic Access Pouch. Now, on the other side of this, of course, if you've got somewhat bulky items, if you haven't quite streamlined your carry for your tech pouch, this is probably not going to be the tech pouch for you. It is a little bit limiting in its size, of course. You might want to look at the Evergoods 1 liter or 2 liter cap pouches. Moving on, we've got the 1 liter cap, and I qualify this as the all-arounder, your generic. This is the one that you need if you just want to carry your everyday tech gear. On the outside, it is fairly simple. It is not necessarily locked on either side, so you can kind of slip your fingers in here. It's got the availability to stick a patch on the outside, and then it uses magnets for the enclosure on the outside. Additionally, you've got a couple of just simple loops here on the outside. This one in the middle is big enough to fit your hand. So if you do just want to carry this as an individual item, as maybe your side pouch, something that you would normally maybe use as a sling or like a semi-sling carry, you can get away with it, at least just a little bit, which I'll show in a second. On the inside, like I mentioned, you've got these magnets that close it. Opens in this kind of clamshell or book style to two major compartments, zippered on both sides, see-through on both sides, but with a slightly different setup depending on which side you're on. On the one side of the zipper, and I'll just open both of these, on the one side, you've got slip pockets in multiple areas. One larger slip pocket across the back here, great for things like cables, books, little notebooks, things like that. And then two other slip pockets of variable size. One takes up about 2/3 of the space. The other one takes about 1/3 of the space that you can fit some bigger tech items in. So I've got this nice little Anchor multi-set. So if you've got especially Apple gear, really easy to travel and have all your gear charging off of just one USB cable. So really nice. Again, I've got another GAN charger. You can fit a slightly bigger GAN in here, right? You can fit this one in the 0.5 as well, but of course, taking the space from that 0.5 in a way that you maybe aren't in the 1 liter as much. On the other side now, if we go to the other side, you see just two massive slip pockets. So there's no stitching in the middle here to give you that division across the pocket. You really just have two huge slip pockets. Again, you can use these for anything you like. I've put a mouse and multiple cables in here. You can see I've got about 5-6 cables in here on this side, in addition to the mouse. So 3 pretty large items can fit in addition to multiple cables. I'm sure you could fit even more in here. I wasn't exactly trying to stuff it out, but just to give you an idea of what might fit in here. If you're like me, you might also use this for daily carry. So you can pack that out, of course, with daily carry items really easily. Of course, I've just repacked it here. Notebook has a nice little pen slip right in the middle here, so easy to fold over. And then a couple of simple items, right? A little toolkit, and of course my GAN charger again. So really, really versatile, nice, easy to use. I would say the jack of all trades of the group. For that person who wants either a super versatile carry, the ability to, like I said, take this on the go with you as its own individual item potentially, and somebody maybe who already carries a lot of other gear, who wants something they can easily slip in just about to any bag. It is the softest of the bunch. It doesn't have that rigid feel like the other two. So you can really pack it into another bag and it will form fit the way that you need it. Now the catch with this, of course, because it is a softer design, if you're somebody who carries maybe something that's more delicate, or you have more delicate stuff in your daily carry, or that you want to put in your bag, this may not be the one for you. Or again, it doesn't really take those bigger, bulkier items. Like your larger laptop bricks are still probably not going to quite fit in here. You can get to those bigger ones, right? Maybe on Dells and whatnot that have the brick and the extra cable. You can get to a couple of those, of course, especially on this bigger side. But as you get into bigger and bigger sizes, which of course they still exist, you will not be able to use this adequately. Now on to the biggest one, the 2-liter cap. This is the most versatile of the bunch, can hold the most, and honestly probably has the most unique design out of the 3. So if design is one of your bags or one of the things that you care about, this is going to be an interesting one to look at. On the outside, we've got, again, a couple of just interesting little slips on the top as well as the bottom. You can use these, again, to carry this in multiple different ways. So if you do want to use it as external carry, you do also have that hatch area. So I just have a couple of these old Peter McKinnon ones. That is, again, that standard 1x1 or whatever it is that Evergoods here uses. Maybe it's like a 2x2. Yeah, it looks more like a 2x2 or 1.5, but it is that standard, comes on pretty much every Evergoods bag. Additionally, on the front, you have 2 slip pockets here that often go unnoticed or unused. These are great for things like notebooks, especially if you can leave them exposed like this, or if you do have smaller quick carry items that you need quick access to, things like maybe a battery that you just want to have hanging on the outside here. They are very tight pockets, so even some of those smaller items, those more slippery items, can fit in here pretty nicely. Now, if you hold it upside down, moving to the inside, we'll start with this top pocket here. There is access to basically this top portion of the bag here. So you can see the dimension is divided by this zipper. Again, a very unique design, but gets you in there. And this is your quick access pocket, in my opinion. So if you're not trying to sacrifice if you carry tech or daily carry stuff, this is an awesome one, because in this top pocket, you can use it as that quick access pocket like you would a normal bag's quick access pocket. You can throw things like, I've again just got a little toolkit in here, a little battery. You can see how you could throw your wallet, your keys in here. It's got a nice little key leash in here, but multiple items can be thrown in here really easily. It's got a good dimension, takes up, let's say, about a third. So it's probably about a ½ liter total. So if you want to throw your wallet, your keys, maybe even your phone, something, any of those items could all really fit in here pretty easily. Continuing along, if we go to the main portion of the bag, the zipper comes up and then over and around, revealing this really unique design of this triangular, I don't know what to call it, this almost like triangle design, right? So this top portion folds down to give you this fully sloped access and functionally give you access to every single portion of this pouch. Like I mentioned, this is one of the most unique designs I've ever seen on any kind of tech pouch. I genuinely love the CAP 2. It is really one of my all-time favorite tech kits, just really in a league and a class of its own, mostly because this design is just unbelievably unique and it can hold so much. Continuing along with the inside, this one reveals a lot more going on. This top portion, I already talked about it, but again, you can just access that really quickly. You've got this nice mesh design here for the pocket, so you can see exactly what's inside of it, and then again, easily access any of the stuff that you can access from the outside of the CAP 2. Moving to the main portion now, you can see there are 2 larger slip pockets for any larger tech items. In the middle, there is just open space here. I typically use it for a third larger item, as well as one of the cables, especially if I've got a longer or larger cable, something that's gonna take up a little bit more space. I'll probably throw it in that open space. In front of that, just moving more to the middle here, and this is a Carryology collab. This is when they did their Phoenix series. You can see 3 slip pockets. Typically, I'm gonna use these for either smaller tech items, my little Whoop kit, little adapters or dongles, or additional cables. So as you can see, rolling up and putting in additional cables here, you can really never have too many cables when you travel. Last but not least, this zippered portion in the middle, it is a nice cushioned pocket. So things in here are not going to get banged around too easily, especially right in the middle there. It is like a protected pocket, it almost floats in the middle of the bag here. So underneath here is open. You can see how my fingers kind of cross through, but it is, again, just another area zippered that has its own slip pockets. Great for things like memory cards. Again, I'm using it for something like hard drive here, something that I just want secured even from elements or anything, just in case any water gets in, right? That extra bit of security. So any of those really sensitive items are a great place for that, right? Again, has the slip pockets, has the zippered slip in and of itself, and then is a little bit lifted off the bottom of the bag. So just a fantastic design overall. Really versatile to use. If you do find yourself with a lot of tech gear and not a place to put it, this is going to be the one for you. Now, does it fit the absolute higher end of laptop bricks? No. Again, you can probably finagle it. This is about as big as you're going to get for a tech kit anyways. I don't see a lot of bricks that are much bigger than this anymore, but you can get just about anything in here. So one of my all-time favorites, super rigid, really nice, waterproof design, especially in this X-Pack one. Just chef's kiss. This is one of my top tier bags or carry items, I think, of all time. Now, one catch for this one, it's fairly big, right? And it's rigid. If you have something or a bag that is already pretty full, this may just not fit your actual carry style. So just something to keep in mind. It's big and rigid. It doesn't just fit into or snake into any bag and mold itself like the CAP one does. It is going to take up its own space and kind of need its own space. It's really for that person who has a ton of stuff. Whatever your needs, there is an Evergoods tech pouch for you. If you do have any questions, concerns, or comments, I'd love to hear them below. While you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified for new videos from your boy. We will continue posting every week. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.